I'm Cartha Gewart, and this is Beau Bichette. He's late for a game right now, that's why he's looking away. Today we are eating Halloween candy across the years. We've done the most popular candy for each year from the 1800s onward, and I wanted to know what they've been eating since the 1800s on Halloween. So starting with the 1800s, let's go. Okay, so rest in peace to my teeth, caramels. These are just like, can you imagine like being a kid and this is the best thing you could have in the 1800s? Like, hi guys, have some caramel. Like, it's gonna be stuck on the roof of your mouth. You're gonna be sitting there like, mwah, mwah, mwah.
I really like those.
You do?
Yeah.
Is that why you've had so many cavities? So here we have the most iconic candy of all time. Well, I would say it's the most iconic Halloween candy of all time, the candy corn. I don't know anybody who actually likes this, but this
Andrew likes them.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, hold on a sec. See? Look. Loves it.
Well, I've got my little candy corn. He's got his big candy corn. We're gonna keep that away from him because it squeaks. The whole idea of trick-or-treating has evolved so much throughout the years. Like, you used to go and want soul cakes. If you were like poor or a child, you would want soul cakes because you wanted to, like, you know, eat their souls and celebrate the dead. So it's always kind of had goofy meanings, but this is just... It's actually good. It tastes like a vanilla and like buttercream treat. It's actually good. Jujubes are also a classic Halloween staple. I can't believe they've existed for that long. Jujubes are really good. Actually, I'm gonna take the purple one because yum. My math teacher in the 5th grade used to give these to me and the whole class when we did something really well. So these have like a distinct, beautiful place in my heart. It's a cheap to make candy, just like candy corn, and it's just a solid gummy. It has like this taste of plastic that fills your mouth. Like, it tastes very synthetic, but it's good. In the 1800s, everything was stuck to these kids' teeth. My teeth are coated with candy. Ew, goodies! Oh no! Candy coated licorice. Disgusting. I only like the European, like the Dutch, or is it Polish variety of licorice where it's like salted black licorice. This is very, oh! They're very cute looking, but they'll get ya. And if you don't like licorice, it is absolutely overwhelming. It's offensive. It's actually offensive. Did you know I think it's something like 35 million pounds of candy corn is sold per year over like the Halloween season? Look at this. They're cute, they're gorgeous, they're iconic. Like the little layers, it's so beautiful. I just don't get why they called it corn. It has nothing to do with it. It's like a vanilla treat and they're actually quite good. And I can see why this is definitely the kind of candy that you show up to grandma's house and she's like, would you like some candy? And you look at this and you're like, no, no, please. Oh God, no. Like, where's the Snickers? Please, somebody. Welcome to the 1900s. As you can see, a little bit better packaging because this is when kids really started to go trick-or-treating. This is when the old tradition started to actually really become what it is today. And oh, we've got some disgusting options here. I can't believe, like, who... Cherry blossom? Oh, even thinking about it. Look at the way that like the cherry's in the middle here and it gets so creamy. It's so gross. This looks like surgery. This is disgusting. We've got the Tootsie Fruits and the Tootsie Rolls. People really like to rot their teeth to filth here. Tootsie Rolls, you eat one, you gotta floss like you've never flossed before. Whenever in the 90s I got Tootsie Rolls in my Halloween, I always wouldn't eat them until last when I was desperate. And then when I ate them while desperate, I was like, these are actually kind of good. But they're not good when you have other options. I feel like I must have had one of these cherry blossoms before, but I must have like repressed it or something because I have no recollection. But like as a kid, if you like one of these, this is a really crazy portion. Like, this is a sugar bomb. Like, this is it compared to my nose. It's about as big as an adult nose. And a kid nose is like that big. I'll take a bite and show the inside. It's rock hard. It's horrendous.
I feel like I remember getting those and just throwing them away.
Yeah, just throw them out. And you can really tell, like, in the packaging, like, there must have not been a lot of competition in these days. I can't believe these were the most popular. Like, if I was a kid and these were the most popular things in, like, 1910, I'd be like, get me out of here. I do not like candy. 1920. Woohoo! I can already tell just by looking in here that in 1920, they started taking candy a little bit more seriously. And for that, I thank them. Oh, they really started taking candy seriously. The Butterfinger, this is a top tier pick right here. The Reese, this is a top tier pick. I assume that this is when the business of candy started to really become a business. The Double Bubble, how many of you have gone to baseball games and chewed so much Double Bubble and wondered why you couldn't exactly really blow a big bubble with it, even though it's called Double Bubble? Have you done that? That's just rude. Tiger Pops, also known as the Mexican Combo. This is an interesting sucker because it's got different flavors on it. Green being grape, red being strawberry, and white being vanilla. Whoa. Considering all of like the interesting flavors that are supposed to be like mixing here, it just tastes like a sucker. It tastes like a one-dimensional sucker. Oh, I hate this. Here, have a taste. Oh, he hates it too. It tastes like a raspberry car deodorizer smells. It's not good. Butterfinger though, we know this, like we know these are gonna pop. We've had these before. Whoa.
Buttery crunch.
Yeah, I forgot how flaky this is. Like this is like very flaky, very easy to bite. I was expecting it to be like kind of hard to bite like a score, but it's overwhelmingly peanut buttery. I'm gonna chew some Double Bubble to cleanse my palate. Ah, what the? Ah, it's so hard to bite. And I've never been able to get good bubbles with this gum. I'm like a cow chewing on its cud. What do you think? You chewed that fast. I used to be given riddles in the 1st grade, and one of them was like, I suck it till it's very soft. And I was like, what the heck is that? It was gum. I've never sucked gum until it was soft though. You always chew it. All right, bubble time. That's Double Bubble for you. Ooh! 19, 20!
30.
30! Okay, I'm starting to see candy that I recognize here. Three Musketeers. I assume that was a popular show back in the day. Crispy Crunch. This is another Halloween staple where I wouldn't eat it until the very, very end because it was my least favorite. But then when I started eating them, I was like, you know what? These are pretty legit. Tootsie Pop. The worst lollipop in the history of mankind. It tastes like gasoline, and then you chew the chewy middle and you go, ugh, what did I just do? Ugh. And then Hershey stepped up on the scene and was like, listen, we got the creamy milk chocolate. Remember that raspberry thing you were biting? We got the creamy chocolate now. There's no freaking way I'm eating this. I'm gonna try the Three Musketeers. I haven't had candy bars in such a long time because I just don't buy them outside of like Twix and cookies and cream. So this is definitely like an adventure for me.
I remember really liking Three Musketeers.
It's really soft.
Yeah, it's like just chocolate straight up.
Yeah, this is just like straight hyper kid running around breaking stuff. This is like so sweet, it shouldn't be legal. Yeah, that's pretty gross. Mars and Snickers, the rivals. The rivals, the girls come on the scene and they start fighting. They hate each other. They start fighting like crazy. We got Snickers with like, you know, it's kind of got the Three Musketeers center, and then we got Mars with little nuts in there.
Wait, no, Mars has no nuts.
Never mind. No nuts in there. Ugh. We've got Hershey's, and I've heard that Europeans think that our chocolate here tastes like puke.
Alas. Earwax.
Because we use like this acid in our chocolate that kind of tastes like puke, but I kind of like the puke taste, I'm not gonna lie. It is pukey. Like, the aftertaste you get, like, it definitely fills up your mouth, and maybe that's why I don't like chocolate here. Like, I like it, but I don't go crazy for it like I do when I'm in Europe. So these are truffles from France that me and maybe they're like French people watching this going, those are not truffles from France, but like these are really, like the chocolate is so nice and it doesn't have that like weird, aggressive, acidic aftertaste that just like overwhelms your mouth with that flavor. But nobody's getting this on Halloween. In fact, this is the 1930s. These are your choices! And I'd say like, if I was a kid, like this is a pretty good haul. If I was a kid who didn't hate sugar yet, that's a pretty good haul. Kourtney Kardashian would have been really upset during all of this.
Rolling.
On to the most popular candies in the 1940s. Oh, okay, we're getting legitimate now. We got the Whoppers. Excellent, a staple of movie going. You just got these little baby Whoppers and they're delicious. We got the M&Ms, also a classic. Like this all isn't just Halloween food. This is starting to become like integrated with how we live our lives in society. Like we go to movies, we go to the drive-in movie, we get the Whoppers, we get the M&Ms, we get the Dots, we go to the 25-cent machine, we get the peppermint patty. And then the Rockets, apparently in the States they call them Smarties, which I find weird because the version of this without the peanut in the middle is a Smartie.
That doesn't have a peanut in the middle. It's just like M&Ms, but I think it's only Canadian.
That's what I just said. I don't know.
There's no peanuts in M&Ms though.
Yeah, I know, but...
There is later.
Yeah, no, but like whatever. Actually, these peppermint patties were one of my favorite candies growing up. I used to always beg my dad for 25 cents so I could go and get these peppermint patties. Like, look how beautiful it is. It's got that wrinkly top, and then when you bite it, I took very little bites because I wanted to make it last, and you got the minty cream center. It's perfect. And then we have the Whopper. Pretty. I don't know, maybe I just like things with white centers. It's, you can only eat a few of these at a time. I need a freaking glass of water. These, we all know they're absolute trash. I don't even know how they still exist. I don't know what's going on here. And of course, Tootsie made them. Tootsie, what are you doing? Like, are you okay? Please, somebody think of the children. Again, it's like another thing that's gonna get stuck in your teeth. Let's talk about trick or treat. Back in the day, kids used to say trick or treat, implying give me a treat or I will vandalize your property. And this right here is a candy that you would definitely want to vandalize the property of the person who gives it to you, because this isn't a treat. This is a trick. It's an absolute trick. It's the chewiest, rock hard caramel. You could hit this with a hammer, nothing would happen. Nothing, like the hammer would break in half. It gets stuck in your teeth all night.
It doesn't even taste good.
It doesn't even, no, it's not good. Like, wait, let me just take a little bite. It tastes like, it tastes like a shopping cart that had a sprinkle of caramel and peanut on it. So bad. Welcome to the 50s/60s. This is where our boomer parents were getting into the candy. And back in these days, you really, really didn't want to go to the dentist because their technology just wasn't what it is now. Like to this day, my father is still terrified of the dentist because some bad things happen there. He had his candy. Let's see what he was porking down on. Whoa. These are goated. This is goated. Delicious. I actually liked these as a kid. They're like powder pops. The taste wasn't optimal, but I was so into the Spice Girls and like Baby Spice, and she was always like sucking on a little lollipop, and I felt like this was the only kind that I could stand because she was always sucking the Tootsie ones, and I can't with that garbage.
It's kind of like rockets.
It's yeah, it's like a rocket / Smartie sucker. And look how beautiful this is. It looks like a flying saucer that's like the perfect baby pink and the perfect baby blue. Like what a fun, fresh, and exciting option.
Tangy.
I love it. It's very tangy. It's like, you know, like those Pixie Sticks dusts?
Fun dip?
The thing, yeah, the Fun Dip. Essentially, this is like the Fun Dip powder, but like pressed so hard that you can't even bite it. It's just fun, it's cute, it's pure sugar. This is one of the few candies here. This and the peppermint patties I can get behind. Peanut M&Ms. So you'll notice in the 40s they didn't have peanuts in them. In the 50s they do. Swedish fish. It's kind of goated, the Swedish fish. Oh, weird. I was expecting them to only be red. It tastes like a Swedish berry, which I enjoy. I'm gonna eat a tamale just cause they're good. That's very cinnamony. And the problem with these is they're not hot. They're not hot at all. They're just kind of like cinnamony. They're like a touch spicy, but not the kind of spice that lasts, so you can eat a lot of them. I don't know, what's interesting. The cool thing about Pez is that it has an amazing delivery mechanism via the dispenser.
It looks like you and the dog are selling it on an infomercial or something.
But the thing is, the candy on the bottom tastes so good to the point where if I just have a little Pez refiller, I will open them. I just did that last week. I'll just open it and eat it. I don't know what they put. I don't know what kind of pixie dust they put in here, but it is very tasty. And like, look how cute these little nubs are. I can't imagine a world without Pez in it. They're beautiful. They're tasty. They're just so good. This is a delicious candy. All right, we're going next. The 60s. Wow. The 50s has been the first year so far that I haven't been projectile vomiting at the thought of. Let's see what the 60s have. All right, we went from hot tamales to Mike and Ike's. Starbursts, a classic, a favorite. I always threw them out as a kid. Nibs, I would trade, like a lot of people liked Starburst and I really liked Nibs. So I did a lot of trading. Caramel is one of the most delicious chocolates of all time. The caramel in there is absolutely delicious. All of these I approve of. This is when the candy starts to pop off. This is when the teeth start to rot. But the nice thing about it is none of these, except for the Starburst, will get stuck in your teeth for an extended period of time. And I think that's why I didn't like the Starburst. But overall, I'd say the 60s, they know what they're doing. This is some delicious candy. I have nothing but regret in my soul that the previous years made me want to throw up, because I just can't even, like, I can't. Maybe I should get rid of this.
Yeah.
I like the Mike and Ike's because you get 5 different flavors of the same candy. I like variety. I don't like eating the same thing all the time. And that's why the, what are they, hot tamales? They drove me crazy because they didn't have all of these different fun flavors to choose from, but I'm only ever gonna eat the red and the pink. These are legit. They're good. They're tasty. I think it just sucks having an adult palate. When you get past a stage where there's more to life than sugar and chicken strips, too much of this just feels very like flat and uninspired. Get this out of here. The 70s are a groovy time. I feel liberated already. I feel like I'm gonna go hide in a field somewhere and eat this candy and listen to my, oh, you start getting the chips. That's Halloween candy. Like, I loved getting a bag of chips in my Halloween candy because it breaks up the old sweetness really nicely. Ring Pops, the Reese's Pieces, the sour apple, in bold letters, artificially flavored. Lucky for us, kids can't read. The Fun Dips. Okay, so you can see all the marketing really come into play here. The Wonder Bar, called the Star Bar in the US. The Fizzies, which, like, these were not fizzy. I don't know who came up with this idea. Like, it's a great concept, but this one doesn't even.
I love those things.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they actually fizzy?
Yeah, try one.
Okay, fine. It just tastes so artificial. We got the Laffy Taffies. Gross. Poppy, oh! Poppin' candy, Pop Rocks, baby. One of the finest candies known to man. I like how these actually do something in your mouth, unlike these freaking fizz things. Ugh! Alright, thank you. Warheads, I was actually always afraid to have them as a kid because I was afraid that they were gonna hurt me. They're intimidating. Like, in recess, people would be like,
I eat warheads.
and I'd be like, okay. I have this trigger, actually. If somebody says, like, oh, you probably wouldn't like it, it, like, actually kind of bothers me. And I'm almost positive a guy was like, well, you probably wouldn't like warheads. And instead of going, I'll prove you wrong, I was just like, yeah, I mean, maybe. You're probably right. And then I just never, like, tried them. So I'm gonna try one right now. Oh, you can tell by the outside that there's this coat on the outside is probably real, real sour.
It gets better after a few seconds.
Ugh! The kid was right. It's way too sour. It doesn't get better. Ah! How similar do I look to this guy? You have to actually be out of your mind. These are a staple. This is one of the most popular candies. Like, I swear, like, kids are crazy. They like to just do crazy stuff that doesn't make any sense. Okay, the chips, we know they slap. The Reese's Pieces, we know they slap. The Ring Pop, I have a feeling this is gonna be artificial and crappy. Oh God, I'd rather die. Ooh, it's got bubble gum in the middle. Girl, you have to suck for hours.
That's what she said.
I'm not doing this. Give me a hammer.
No, 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 no.
Oh. She gone. That gum's rock hard. I can't get it. Welcome to the 80s. Ooh. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me something good to eat. Popcorn. This was popular? Idiots. Oh, we got Nerds. Nerds are one of the finest candies known to man. The flavor payoff on these is better than Pez. They're fantastic. So the taste of these 80s kids, the Sour Patch Kids, unreal. Skittles, to each their own, I hate them. Okay, and so the crappy Ring Pops that we got in the last haul for the 70s became ring pops. They were so popular that this is what they became. They actually taste really good. It's not like, we're not just sitting here eating jubes, okay? We're sitting here having ring pops. This weird popcorn, I don't think I've ever gotten popcorn as a Halloween treat. Cheddar. I like ring pops because there's so many ways a kid can play pretend with this. Like you can pretend that you're married. You can pretend that this is jewelry. Like this isn't just like a disgusting artificial blueberry, like the kind of stuff they were doing in the 40s. This is like a real nice blue raspberry. The flavors are incredible. Even like the cheddar popcorn, Nerds, Sour Patch Kids, ring pops, like everything here. The 80s are when flavors hit excellence in candy. Very good. Welcome to the 90s. I'm a 90s kid, so I feel, whoa! Okay, yeah, first of all, Fuzzy Peach, unbelievable. Push Pops. Oh, I would have killed somebody for one of these when I was a kid. Gushers! Okay, why was candy so garbage before the 90s? I guess I was born in the right generation. Oh, Baby Bottle Pop. Baby Bottle Pop. It's a good one. It's kind of like a ring pop and then you dip it into the powder, but it's like a bottle. It's interesting. A lot of mouths were stained red back in those days. We got the Jolly Rancher Suckers. Ew, gumballs. There had to be a drawback, like there had to be something that made people throw up. The gumballs. This was more of a recess snack than it was a Halloween candy, but would have been happy to get it. The Swedish Fish became Swedish Berries. A lot more appetizing than it being shaped like a fish. Mr. Big would eat these last. Worst case scenario candy. Everyone has to have one.
It's actually good. You try it now.
It's good, but like not mini Rice Krispie squares. I used to go crazy if I got these. Yeah, I'd go nuts. They're absolutely delicious. Original too. Like don't put stuff in it. They're fine on their own. Some things are better if you don't try to mess them up. Maybe a drizzle of chocolate is okay, but when people go too ham with their Rice Krispies, it's not good. Now let's try this Mr. Big. Mr. Big. It's delicious on the inside. It's nice and chewy. It's really good. I think I just mistook these for O. Henry too much, and I hated O. Henry. The 2000s. I'm a little bit worried because the candy in the 90s was so palatable, so delicious, the flavors so perfected that I feel like that's why I ate too much candy as a kid. If I grew up in like the 1900s, I'd be like, this is horrible. But whoa! This is when Twizzlers really came to be. This is like when you went to like the rich neighborhood and they like gave you the big candy. They were like, you like Twizzlers? Bang! Cheetos, sour Skittles. I don't like regular Skittles, but sour Skittles can be pretty delicious. Jolly Rancher stopped messing around with hard candy. I mean, they still made hard candy, but you also got like the soft, which is a nice option because I prefer the soft candy. Starbursts, yuck, gross. Hershey's, do you have a dream? They call it cookies and cream. I loved cookies and cream. Look how beautiful this bar is. On the top looks kind of boring. Look at the back though. Whoa. Look at the back though. Yeah. Yummy. 2010. Whoa. This is when the children took it too far. Whoa. Candy starts going crazy. Slush Puppy, they're like, you like our slushies? Guess what? Bang. Twizzlers, you liked our fruit flavors? Well, here's strawberries and cream.
It's orange cream.
Orange and cream. Orange and cream. Airheads? What? Okay, I never had these in the 2000s. Ooh. Soft filled bites. Oreo lost their mind. Oreo mixed with dairy milk. I was eating some of these the other day at my friend's house. They are delicious. And then they started mixing M&Ms with Reese's? Okay, this is when everybody's like, we must kill these kids. What is this, a quick blast? Excuse me?
Okay, you gotta try.
What is this, a fire extinguisher? Twizzlers, oh, the pull and peel. I loved pull and peel Twizzlers. Twizzlers gummies? Okay, Twizzlers lost their, like, was their stock going up or something? Giant Nerds. Okay, we gotta take a look at these giant Nerds. The thing I like about Nerds though is how small they are. I feel like this would be very overwhelming. Oh my gosh. It's like a nerd crust with a soft, chewy inside. These are just real fruit gummies. I don't taste any licorice at all. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so one of my favorite things in grade school was candy spray, but I'd never got an extinguisher. It says super sour, it's not. That tastes very synthetic. Oh, what's this? Juicy gum drop. Sweet bubble gum and sour gel? What? Okay. So, Interesting. The interesting thing about this is it has like a little spot in the middle where you can put your gel. That's kind of cool. Bon appetit. That's really fun and fresh and exciting. Yes, it tastes very artificial, but the gel is very sour. The strawberry hit you get is crazy, and it was fun to use. Now, I also want to try these because apparently they're super rare and they're super new. Look at these. It's got the little cream center. Orange and cream.
Orange, you glad they filled it with cream?
I am. This is creamsicle flavor to a T. Like, it's not just inspired by it. If you like creamsicles and you're not stuck on it being cold, this is definitely the option for you. Welcome to 2020. Now, don't get your hopes up. You're probably not gonna get these candies in Halloween, but you get so much repetition in candy. Not many things change in the candy game, that this is just new stuff. Well, relatively new stuff that's been coming out. We got the Starburst gummies. I've actually had these a lot. They're pretty good. And it's the only Starburst that I'll eat. The gummy roll. I'm surprised like the gum in a wheel didn't pop up any earlier, because that was something that I definitely ate a lot as a kid. We've got these juicy droppy gummy sticks, which are just awful. I've had them before in a video. It's like you take a gummy and you dip it in this like sour gel and then you eat it, and it's just so sweet that it makes me want to die. Look at these little Reese's pumpkins. I gotta see what one of these bad boys looks like. I knew it. I knew they wouldn't have like the jack-o'-lantern face. Those jerks. Oh, they made cookies and cream but in fangs. Where's the, wait a minute. Are you, you're supposed to bite the fangs out. That's no fun! Starburst, Twizzlers, and Jolly Rancher, they all realize that gummy is the supreme form of candy, and they're all like trying to take each other out right now. Skittles, Reese's, Airheads. Airheads are kind of fun. I thought that Airheads were Warheads for a long time, so it took me a long time to try my first Airhead. They're okay though, it's like taffy. Vampire milk chocolate, strawberry filled Kisses.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. I feel like it's come full circle. Remember that chocolate we tried in like the 1800s with that, like that chocolate with the red filling?
Yeah,
I wonder if they found a way to do it that's actually good. Okay, it smells very, very strongly of chocolate and strawberry. I love Kisses. I just think they're so cute. Would I go for them? No, but if they're around, they're pretty cute. Okay, this is a lot different than I thought it was gonna be. Times change, candy changes, people changes, but putting strawberry in chocolate, I still think is disgusting. If I eat any more candy, I'm going to throw up. With that being said, this was candy throughout the decades, the most popular candies from every single year. This was a disgusting video to film. I hope that you enjoyed it though, and if you'd like to see me again, make sure you hit push notifications. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!